Bigger Ships. Panama celebrates opening its expanded canal. By Rick Jervis from USA Today News section. I'm Mark Ashby. A 984-foot Chinese container ship slowly plodded Sunday into the new massive locks of the Panama Canal, becoming the first ship to officially use the expanded canal and sparking a new dawn for Panama and global shipping. Nearby, a brass band played non-stop as onlookers from Panama, Colombia, Venezuela, and a host of other countries waved flags and danced. The $5.4 billion effort to expand the 102-year-old canal took nearly 10 years and the sweat from 40,000 workers to complete. The new set of locks now allow ships carrying up to 14,000 containers, known as Neo-Panamax ships, to cut a quicker path between the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. U.S. ports have been investing billions of dollars to expand their facilities in a race to accommodate the megaships. Panama marked the long-awaited opening with a weekend party hosted by Panamanian President Juan Carlos Varela that includes at least 70 country leaders, members of the U.S. Congress, and Jill Biden, wife of Vice President Biden. John Feely, the U.S. ambassador to Panama, lauded Panama for its wonder of engineering. "This is a grand accomplishment for the people of Panama," he said. "This expansion will reconfigure permanently the map of the global shipping industry." The United States led the construction of the original canal in the early 20th century and held control of the waterway until 1999, when it was ceded to Panama. The expansion project was overseen by Panama. Panamanians were witness to the interocean canal constructed by the United States, Varela said Saturday night at an event hosted by the U.S. Embassy in Panama. "Now you'll be witness to the canal expanded by Panama." The expanded canal nearly triples the capacity of ships transiting the canal, from those able to carry 5,000 containers to up to 14,000 containers, and is expected to bring increased revenue to Panama. But the project has also been racked by cost overruns, delays, engineering snafus, and labor strikes. This weekend, however, the focus was on celebrating the canal's new era. The U.S. Embassy in Panama moved its annual Independence Day celebration up a week to join the festivities. On Saturday, embassy officials gave dignitaries tours of the USS Oak Hill, a 609-foot Navy warship docked at the Pacific entrance to the canal. On Sunday, the Costco Shipping Panama, the Chinese container ship, was making its way through the 50-mile length of the canal to the other set of locks on the Pacific side, where more music and flag-waving enthusiasts will greet it. Amid the celebration, some U.S. officials cautioned that a bigger canal and larger ships also mean increased chances for drug cartels to sneak more drugs and contraband through the Panama Isthmus. "Let us not forget that with the positive effects that come from this expansion of the canal, there are also some dangers as well," said William Brownfield, Assistant Secretary of State for International Narcotics and Law Enforcement Affairs. "The fact that a ship can now carry up to 3 times as much cargo as it transits the canal means that the professional trafficking organizations, transnational criminal organizations, have that much more space, that much more possibility to move product through the canal," he said. "We've got to make sure as we celebrate that we remember we still have a challenge in terms of law enforcement and security," he added. Admiral Kurt Tidd, commander of the U.S. Southern Command, congratulated Panamanian leaders on the project's completion but echoed Brownfield's call for maintaining scrutiny on the waterway. "The expanded canal underscores the importance of our region's shared responsibility to secure this vital resource," he said in a speech Saturday. "For more than 100 years, Panama and the United States have worked together to increase security and counter threats, like transnational criminal networks." Around the capital, residents watched the festivities on a jumbotron set up downtown or from home TVs as local networks broadcast round-the-clock coverage. The mood, however, was noticeably more muted than in 1999, when the U.S. handed control of the canal to Panama, sparking a patriotic fervor among local residents, said Jorge Andreve, 37, an Uber driver in the city. The expansion project's stumbles, delays, and allegations of corruption have diluted Panamanians' enthusiasm over the inauguration of the expansion, he said. A low point came last year when water gushed through concrete in the new locks, delaying the project and sparking unease among Panamanians, he said.